In Vienna, originally sung by Billy Joel, and also in the version you are about to hear sung by Ariana Grande, Vienna, Austria is a metaphor for life itself. Growing up, Billy Joel's father lived in Vienna, and while visiting, Billy Joel noticed an elderly woman sweeping up trash out of the room. At first, he was appalled, but his father told him that in Vienna, aged men and women are still worthy of contribution. Austria recognizes that the elderly still have value and merit in society, rather than the way Americans marginalize people once they reach a certain age, encouraging the idea that you have to cram your work into a shorter span of years. In this song, Billy Joel elaborates the idea that because it gives older people the opportunity to play a full and active role in society, Vienna waits for you. Verse. I'm always so certain that I know the things I want, know what is best for me, and know that I have everything figured out for myself. But the thought of being wrong, messing up, and that mistake affecting me for the rest of my life constantly haunts me. The truth is, I don't know what I want. I don't know where I want to go to college. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I don't know if I want to play college ball. I just don't know. I've begun to base my answers solely off of my surroundings. Where does Evan go to college? What will earn me the most money? Can I play Division I softball? When I think the answers are clear, that's when I decide to do a mud run. I've always pushed myself to be a very big competitor, especially today, where I strive to be better than others at playing in the mud, at lifting heavy weights, anything you can think of. But would you expect anything less, considering I'm the the baby of the family, with an older brother who is in the Navy and an older sister that is as girly gets. My mentality has always been to impress my brother and never let my sister even come close in comparison with me. My competitive edge began shortly after my mother signed me up for dance class, where I would just lay in the chairs at the studio, pout, throw a fit, and miserably wait to be picked up so I could leave. After agreeing to finish out the year, watching other little girls twirl around, I began playing soccer, basketball, and softball. Softball has stuck around while basketball and soccer faded away as the years passed. Now review the second verse of Vienna. Growing up, I have fallen in love with the game of softball, and my greatest dream has been to play Division I softball. However, now that I have all of these offers being thrown in my face, I'm questioning the worth of the game altogether. From being separated from the girls, teammates, family I've played with since middle school, all because I'm 3 days older than them, to feeling as though it is a job and I'm required to do it. The entire concept of softball has broken my heart. I never thought the day would come where everything I thought I ever wanted was right in front of me, and without question, or really any worry at all, I could just throw it all away. The toughest year for me, in terms of softball and emotional state, was my junior year. I showed up for practicing games every day, feeling as though I was giving 110%, while my teammates, the girls I'm supposed to trust and rely on, didn't even care. My goals included having a winning record, winning districts, and competing at regionals, while I was feeling betrayed as the rest of the team was focused on getting our coach replaced. It was hard for me to grasp, and the day I found out that rest was the only way to heal my strained ACL and meniscus, I didn't even see the blessing within the news. I didn't have to get surgery or ride the bench for an entire season, but the idea of not doing anything ate at me. I literally couldn't sit still. I would go to practice with ice on my legs and watch, then go home and find myself in the midst of an anxiety attack, crying hysterically because I felt as though I was wasting my time and there was nothing I could do about it. Then the fact that none of my teammates called to check on me, or even texted me for that matter, made me feel entirely worthless. Every day became a constant battle for me at this point. After recovering and later playing fall ball, winter ball, and summer ball with my traveling team, Louisville Stunners Elite, my confidence nearly vanished. I couldn't get a hit to save my life, and I moved from leadoff batter to not batting at all. My parents got frustrated as well, being that we were spending all of this money on me to get seen by college coaches, and I wasn't worth any of their time. The thoughts questioning what I was ever thinking never escaped my mind. I didn't feel like a ball player or an athlete. I felt like an idiot. As you'll notice in the third verse, it's either take advantage of every opportunity or look back and regret not giving everything I have. If I don't get the things I want in this life, it is nobody's fault other than my own. Therefore, I stress the idea of making my own choices, especially towards my parents. My parents have been making decisions for me my whole life at the cost of my own happiness, and it has taken me a long time to realize it due to my lack of understanding what actually brings me joy. However, for the 8 months I have been with Evan, I have gone to him for guidance in making a lot of my decisions, and his answer is always the same: do whatever makes you happy. Even in casual conversation, he will question me to make sure I'm doing things for the right reasons. The reinforcement of the statement has helped me to pause and realize I'm just as capable of making choices as my parents. I know I may not choose the right thing or things that are best for me, but if it's my mistake, I can own up to it and I'm more likely to learn from it. As we continue through the lyrics of Vienna, notice the middle two stanzas where they read, "You can't be everything you want to be before your time, although it's so romantic on the borderline." Shifting gears, I want to talk about my relationship with Evan. Whenever we are together, talking on the phone or texting, our futures together seem to always be brought up. We discuss things that are coming up soon, like summer break and college, and we also plan things a while down the road, such as where we will live, where we will work, what our wedding will be like, and how we imagine our lives once we have children. I get so caught up in the future that I tend to forget about the now. I ultimately put too much on my plate at one time when I should focus more on what is happening in the present. In the following stanza, Ariana Grande sings, "You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need." This caused me to wonder what my necessities are. I don't have many friends, if any. I don't find the point in trusting someone that goes to other people and speaks poorly of you, and I think it's stupid to be friends with someone you don't trust. That's not a friend, and I have yet to find someone I classify as a friend. For this reason, I get so consumed in hiding the struggle I am facing or going through, I never want people to see the bad side of me, so I hide it. I steer clear of telling others when I am upset because that would just ruin their mood, and it isn't worth it to me. In Vienna, Ariana Grande sings, "Slow down, you crazy child. Take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's all right, you can afford to lose a day or two." Although I struggle with perfectionism, it's time to show others that I am far from perfect, and I suffer and experience pain more often than not. It's time for me to realize that Vienna waits for me. Translated, I don't need to rush into anything or any decisions. If I slow down, take some time to myself, and also open up to others, and stop being my own worst enemy, I'll begin to notice my capabilities and achievements despite my age or time left in this world.